The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey everyone, it's Andy Fletcher from Convertri here. Can everyone hear me all right? If you can you stick a 1 in the chat box for me, please? Let me know you're there. And I'm just going to share my screen while you do that. Fantastic. There we go. And you should now also see a big Convertri logo, Faster Funnels, Higher Conversion. Stick a 2 in the chat box if you can see that one. That's amazing. Thank you so much, guys. This is already going better than it did. We did this demonstration 2 days ago when we opened this, and when I opened up GoToWebinar, I discovered that because some updates I'd run on my system, then literally I couldn't share my screen at all, and the only way to set up screen sharing would be to close GoToWebinar and close out the webinar. So my business partner Neil was frantically setting up another laptop to do the demonstration on while I was doing the introduction. So that was rather more stressful than this is going to be. So thank you all so much for coming to join me. Tell me who you are, where you're from. Let's get to know each other a little bit. I'm just going to turn on my webcam so you can see I'm here and I'm live and this is a real thing. 1 second while I do that. There we go. There we go. Hi everyone. This is me. I'm Andy Fletcher. I'm the CEO of Convertri. I'm coming to you here from my garden office. Let's have a look. Let's see who we've got on the call. Hey, Ben from New Jersey. Patrick from VA. Hey, Chandra from Toronto. Nick from North Yorkshire. Hey, someone from the UK. That's brilliant. Another one. Stuart from Lancashire, UK. Brilliant. I'm in South London myself, so great to have some other UK people here. Chip from Pennsylvania. We got Stephen from St. Louis. St. Louis? Am I pronouncing that right? Armand from Orlando. Oh, wow, we've got loads of people on today. Sorry, okay, if I miss anyone, please forgive me. I wasn't expecting quite so many people as this is the second run. Who else we got? Hey, Tavin. Hey, Linda. Hello, Adrian. Hey, Paul. Hey, Milo from Seattle. Hey, Ken. It's great to have you all here. I like to do these quick name shout outs at the beginning because this has become quite a thing in our industry where everyone wants to know if it's live or not. And what this is, it is. I'm here. It's real. Hi, everyone. It's great to get to know you. Hey, Jerry, how you doing? So let's get into this. Today we're going to be talking about, obviously I'm going to be talking about Convertri, but I'm also going to be talking about page speed and why it's important and what it can do for your business. So first of all, now I've done the hi and hello bit, I'm going to get rid of my webcam because I know it screws up a load of people's streams if they're on low bandwidth connections. So you can say goodbye to my ugly mug now, and let's dig into this. So I'm Andy Fletcher. I founded Convertri 4 years ago with my business partner, and let me tell you a little bit about who we are. First of all, this event that you're witnessing, you've probably got a load of emails about, and you're here on this webinar to hear more about. A lot of people are referring to it as a launch because that's kind of the marketing terminology. That's what gets banded around. But this isn't a launch. This isn't a new company. We launched in 2016. We've been working on it for nearly 4 years, and we've been live for just over 3.5. And so yeah, we launched in 2016. We've now got a team of 16 people working for us. It's going really well on that front. We've got over 4,000 customers. And literally just last month, our content delivery network saved over 9 million page impressions. So that's pretty much a monthly thing. Although it was slightly higher than that in December last year when an analytics company signed up to use us, and they configured a bunch of their stuff wrong. And we jumped from about, at the time it was about 6 million page impressions in a month to 3 billion page impressions in a month. That's billion with a B. Yeah, some of their software went a little bit wrong, and we got to test our network to see if we really can serve pages at scale. And it turns out we can. And yes, our bandwidth bill was enormous, but Convertri didn't miss a beat. It kept loading stuff, so it turns out it's just a cool story. But we were slightly concerned at the time, and we're used by just tons of different companies now. So everywhere from small mom and pop businesses, like mid-sized companies, and we're even lucky enough to be used by companies as large as Shell, who I'm sure you've heard of and need no introduction. So I share all this to kind of like, yeah, I'm proud, yeah, I'm glad, but I share all this to sort of know that this is a topic I've been obsessing over for nearly 4 years now. This is something I know quite a lot about, and I want to talk to you about page speed, why it's important, and what it can do for your business. So Convertri builds better pages. And I'm pretty sure every funnel builder, page builder, system like that makes a claim like that. I mean, it would be silly not to in your marketing. But my job here today is to show you why, and also talk to you about what it means to you. So even if you're not interested in Convertri, like what's the key takeaway you can take home and make use of in your own business. So let's start with a little bit of spot the difference. So we've got two different pages here. One on the left, one on the right. So please note the page itself is what's in the monitor. The white and the blue background are obviously different, but that's not what's displayed on the page. What you can see in the monitor is the pages we split tested. Can anyone in the chat tell me what the difference between the two pages are? A couple of people saying they're not sure. Hey, Jose, were you on the previous webinar to know the answer, or did you know the answer from somewhere else? That's a great, Daniel, if you don't mind, I'm going to steal that. That's a great line. Excellent. Yeah, the answer is absolutely page speed. And yeah, so these pages were in fact identical. So we built one of these. One of these was just hard coded using straight up HTML. Like we didn't cheat, we didn't make it stupid. Like we just built it, paid a developer to build it by hand, and the other one we built with Convertri. And the Convertri page converted 25% better. The page isn't different, the copy isn't different, the design isn't different. It's exactly the same page, but ours converted 25% better. And the reason it converted 25% better is it loaded so much faster. And that is such a key difference. Now, if you've ever had a campaign go a bit wrong or go quite wrong, and you tried to save it by changing the copy, changing the headline, changing the design, and you couldn't get it to work, the chances are the problem was that people never even saw your offer because it wasn't loading fast enough. The data on this is absolutely staggering. So Convertri pages are built to be high performance, and let's talk about what it means for a page to be high performance, because that means we need to load just incredibly fast now. So 5 years ago, Amazon conducted a study. They threw a ton of traffic at pages, and their goal was to find out how long people are willing to wait for a page to load. Amazon discovered that if a page takes over 3 seconds to load, then you lose 40% of your traffic. So that bears repeating. So they threw a load of traffic at pages, and at 3 seconds, 40% of the traffic was gone. That's enormous. And the numbers only get worse because Google repeated that study last year. And now, if a page takes over 3 seconds to load, you lose 53% of your traffic. So that means, and if you'll excuse the number that my designer got wrong, clearly 53% of 1,000 is 53, not 52. Please forgive my designer. But the key part of this message is that if you're running paid traffic, if you're running any kind of traffic, then over half your ad budget is going up in smoke if it's taking over 3 seconds to load. And that problem only gets worse when you're using videos. Now, this is something we discovered almost by accident, because we get loads of testimonials for Convertri. Like we're a successful company now. I'm hopefully quite a lot of you have already heard of us. And we get loads of testimonials. People build fast loading pages, and we hear literally every day somebody emails our support to say, wow, my page loads so amazingly fast. My conversions have gone up. It's brilliant. But we also got a second kind of email. We got another kind of email that says, my page has stopped converting. It's loading really slowly. I don't know what's happened. And we were like, well, what have we done? What's the problem? And so we got digging into this, and we discovered the difference was a video player, specifically the YouTube video player, but this also applies to Vimeo and Wistia. So literally they would have a page, it would be working really well, it would be converting, it would be generating them leads. And then one day they try to level up their game, they try to get video onto the page, and all of a sudden it goes wrong. The conversions go down, the page starts loading slower. And that became a huge problem. We started hearing about this more and more. And originally we thought it was our problem, but it turns out it was those third-party video players. So these are examples of pages, the kind of page speed scores. Now, if you're not familiar with PageSpeed Insights, it's a tool run by Google which will analyze your page to tell you how it could load faster. Now, these are page speed scores even without video. So let's have a quick look. Who in this chat is using video in their business? Give us a Y in the chat if you're using video in your business or you want to use video in your business. Excellent, lots of people, fantastic. It's a really important part. It's becoming more and more important, and like it's only going to become a bigger thing from here. But the problem is those videos destroy your page speed. So looking at these page speed scores without video, and then when we add the videos, they just get absolutely terrible. So much money is being spent on traffic that's going to a page and it's never even getting there. It's not that the headline didn't convert. It's not that the design put them off. It's they never even saw it. If you, for example, if you run paid traffic, if you run Facebook clicks to a page and you see there's more clicks coming out of Facebook than your Google Analytics tells you made it to the page, I saw this tons. And for me, I was just like, Facebook are trying to overcharge me, whatever, it's fine. And I came to realize the difference between those two numbers. When Facebook says there's more clicks that have gone to your page than Google Analytics says got there, the difference in those two numbers is the fact that the page loaded slowly and they just left before they ever saw it. And when you're using slow loading video players, that's the effect you're going to get. So what I'm going to swap to now is to show you what we can do about this. So can you give us a 3 in the chat box if you can see? I've done an app swap so you can see a different screen. Just chuck me a 3 in the chat box if you can see that, please. Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that everyone here is paying so much attention and getting involved. It makes such a difference. Sometimes we get some lag on the feed, and I'm like, give us a 3 if you can see this, and then like I'm waiting a while and it gets quite scary. So I'm like, oh my God, nobody's listening to me. Seriously, thank you for coming, guys. Thank you for paying attention. Okay, so what you're looking at is the Convertri editor with a very video heavy page. So this page has got four video players in it, not just one. Those page speed scores that you just saw were for pages with just a single YouTube video element on it. So what we're going to look at now is I'm going to show you this page. We're going to open it live. We're going to see how fast it loads. And then we're going to look at the page speed scores it gets on PageSpeed Insights. So we're going to click View Page. And that's the page already loaded. Now I'm going to stick this in the chat box so you can play along as well. That should go out to everyone. And I will stick it as a reply in here as well, because I'm never quite sure how this works. So please have a click on that. You'll see how fast it loads. We haven't wired the, it's the players that are loading. So it's the players that slow it down. We don't need to load the videos, but I will show you some with that in a minute. But you can see just how fast this loads. Cool. I'd see some questions coming up in the chat box at this point. Please note that I'm not, well, okay, actually I am ignoring you. I have ADHD. I get told off by my audiences all the time. If I try and answer questions as I go, then people get grumpy at me and tell me to try and like stay on topic because I kind of wander all over the place. So I absolutely will hang around. I will answer any questions you've got at the end of the presentation. I'm not just going to disappear, but please forgive me if I'm not answering it as we go. I know it makes some people think, oh, this isn't live. He's just, this is a robot. I'm not a robot. I'm just a guy who gets distracted really easily. So please bear with me. So you see how fast that loads. Please click on that link yourself, try it out so you can see that it really does load that fast, even though we've chucked 4 video players on there, not just the one. And now you saw the kind of scores we had before, like often below 50, sometimes like 15, which is kind of terrible. This page, even though it's got 4 video players on it, we've got a 95 score here and a 100 score here. So this is, so PageSpeed Insights gives you 2 separate numbers. You get a score for mobile and a score for desktop. And mobile is always a lower score than desktop because mobiles are that much slower. But you can see we're still well into the green for this page. And you can see I've got again, this is another thing. The market's got so skeptical. So I try and do everything I can to show you that these are real demos. So please, if you want to, do a search for Google PageSpeed Insights and put the URL I've just given you into the box. You're more than welcome to run it yourself. All of the scores will be within a point or two of what I'm showing you. I just ran it earlier because it's a bit boring to watch the status bar go across the screen while it scores it. So let's have a look at some more stuff. Give me 1 second. Cool. So this is the kind of thing this is why we've got over 4,000 customers, and this is why Convertri pages just convert better. As I've talked about this earlier, it makes a really big difference. And with Convertri, like I can teach you how to do this kind of optimization, but it's very time consuming. It's very technical, and the ideal is having a tool that can just do it for you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you inside the editor and show you just how easy it is to use. But instead of using this kind of pre-built page, we're going to nip out. And I'm going to build a new page from scratch so you can see just how easy it is to do. Now, before I build anything from scratch, I'm just going to scroll down here and you can see we've got an absolute ton of templates in our app. We've got funnels for just about anything you want to sell, like generate leads, sell software, sell info products, register people for membership sites, different niche templates, tons and tons of templates. I'm going to build something from scratch because it makes a cooler demo, but you really don't need to. We've got templates for anything. So let's have a look at this. This is Convertri 2019 in Thursday demo. Right, so this is the blank Convertri editor, and first job is to show you just how fast we can get a page online. So we're not talking about page speed anymore. I just want to show you. So hello world, I'm going to center that. I'm going to hit publish, and this will be Thursday 2019. I'm going to hit publish. Watch the little spinner go. It's published. I'm going to hit view page. That page is now live on the web as we designed it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you this link. So it shouldn't surprise you that a page that only has the words hello world on it does load fast. But the reason I've shared that link with you is as I demonstrate building something, what you can do is I'll publish it periodically, you can refresh it, and you can follow along with me at home and see that it really is this fast to go from editing something to getting it live, that this isn't a like fake pre-prepared demo, that it doesn't take ages, and it's not like we published something in advance. This is really the page being built right in front of you. So first thing I want to show you that I quite like is we've got an integration with a service called Pixabay. So what this will let you do is bring in high quality imagery into your editor, even if you're not a photographer, if you don't want to pay for stock for photography, this is already integrated into there. There's a ton of stock available for free. So we're going to do a little poll. Tell me, type in dog or cat. Are you dog people or cat people? Type that into the chat box, and then we're going to go with that poll for what we search for. Cat, dog. Cat, dog. Oh, dogs win. I'm a cat person myself, but I will honor the group. So we're going to do a search for dogs, and that's the imagery we're going to use. What do you think? This cute chap here, he looks pretty cute, doesn't he? So we can import this image into Pixabay. Now, another thing we've done with them, normally Pixabay only let you use their like low quality imagery. What they want you to do is they want you to go to their site to download the high quality versions. But we had a chat with them and we got them to turn on the high quality API for us. So you've got the really high resolution graphics available in your account. So let's make this dog nice and large, and we're going to hit publish again. And then we can refresh that. And you can see just how fast it loads. So again, I strongly encourage a few people complaining that that cats didn't win. So sorry guys, democracy rules. Okay, so you can see just how fast our puppy friend here loads, and the key part of that is that image was I don't know if anyone saw in there. Let me just bring our little dog friend up again. So when I select this, you can see this image is actually that's huge. You could blow that up massively, and we go even further with Convertri. So you can take photos if you want with a high quality camera. So my business partner Neil, he's a bit of a photography nut. He loves doing wildlife photography. He's got a really high quality camera, And he goes out to the local park, he takes photos of all kinds of the wildlife there. The challenge for Convertri was basically, he's non-technical. He didn't want to have to optimize his images. He didn't want to have to learn how any of this stuff works. He wants to be able to dump those images basically straight off the camera into Convertri and have it do all the optimization work that needed to be done to make it load fast. And the same is true whether it's coming off your camera, whether you've bought stock photography, whether you've got a load of stock photography already, whether a client has provided you with a load of images, however you get it, whether it's a high quality image off Pixabay, we do the optimization for you. Now, what's cool about Convertri is we do by the way, if you hear a load of coughing in the background, our UX designer's in the office with me and he's dying slightly today, so please don't freak out if you hear that. Anyway, yeah, so we optimize the images for you. And I see a couple of people asking in the chat, like, how much do you reduce them? And the answer is, we don't do like a set amount of, like, we don't just wipe out a load of the file. Convertri is smart enough, like 98% of the time, to do a great image optimization. It understands the file format. It's got a good sense of like not specifically what's in the image, but it knows how to optimize it. So different images can have the quality reduced by different amounts, so they still look exactly the same. And because we're a completely freeform editor, we know exactly to the pixel how big to make it, so we don't have any wasted image. And that's how we're able to make an image such as this puppy load crazy fast. And again, even if let's make him a ton bigger. Hit publish again. And again, please, if you're on a laptop, please feel free to refresh this as well. I want you guys to see that this is this is a live demo. And now we have to say goodbye to a little puppy friend. But I just wanted to show you again, that's how quick. You hit publish, it's live on the web, super easy to use. Now I'm going to show you some of the other stuff that makes it really easy to use. So we're going to start off with, this is a panel. This is a really flexible tool. This lets us create a block of color in the background. So we're going to go like this, we'll make it full width. And I'm going to change the background out to make it a bunch lighter. Like that. Then we're going to shove this nice little gradient image on the top. Now, full disclosure, so hero background. Oh, I've already uploaded this from a previous demo. So this is a nice little gradient my designer's made for me. Now, full disclosure, I am a terrible designer. So that's why Convertri comes with tons of templates. But when I do these demos, I like to do them like I get my designer to make something and then I build it in front of people, because let's be honest, my design sense is pretty naff. That's why we pay designers to make the templates. But what I can do, however, is Convertri makes it really easy because you can see stuff update live in the editor. So you can see I've got this color of gray wrong. We've got a gradient at the top. We clearly want this gray to match as much as we can. So what we can do is change the background color now and get it to line up. There we go, that looks pretty good to me. Remove that line. Now I don't have to know the RGB code, I don't have to know the hex codes for it. I don't have to be technical in any way. I can just drag stuff around. Because it's updating live in the editor, I can see exactly how it's going to look on the page. So again, it's not a very interesting one, but I'm going to hit publish. So again, you can follow along at home and see that the stuff we built is already live. Now let's get into editing text. Now, I'm going to build a stripped down version of the page I showed you earlier, but what I want to do is illustrate just how easy this is to use. Now, the original challenge 4 years ago was to make editing web pages as easy as it is for somebody to edit a document in Word. We didn't understand why everything on the internet was this really slow turnaround time. Like you open up the editor, you type something into a separate box, you click save, then you hit publish, then you view it on the web. You see that it's wrong, and you have to go back through that. The job for this was to make it completely WYSIWYG. So exactly what you see in the editor is exactly what appears on your page. So this is our headline. Now I want to center it. I want to make it bigger. I think I want to make it even bigger than that. I want to change the font. And maybe I want to drag it around a bit. Maybe I want to bring it a little bit lower, like that. The key thing is, in Convertri, you just click into the text box. Let's say I want to underline click into it, click on underline, and it's doing that right there. There isn't this separate editing step. There isn't a markup language. You don't have to use short codes. What you see on the screen in front of you is what you're going to get. You hit publish, and what you've done is live. That's as quick. It's simply as simple as that. Now let's build out a little bit of a interesting panel. So we're going to drop a panel over here. I'm going to drop an image on top of it. So this is again, here's one I prepared earlier. Now, in fact, let me just show you one cool thing. So you can't see me drag it in entirely, but when we have a new image here, you can just drag a file from your desktop, drag it over here, and see where it says drop your files here. You drop the image in, and it uploads to Convertri, and we do all the optimization for it. So there's no settings to muck around with. There's nothing like that. You don't have to like pre-prepare the images. All you do is you click on it, select it, click select, and you can insert it into it. And you can make it any size, any shape you want. So in this case, I'm going to match it to my box like that using the lovely pink snap lines, which make it that much easier to do. And now that image, again, can be put live simply by hitting publish. Nope, you don't have to pre-optimize it. You don't have to do extra stuff with it. And then let's get some text into here. So again, I'm absolutely copying. So forgive me that I'm sort of copy typing here. So get in touch for a free 30-minute consult. There we go. And we want this to be, we're going to left align that. We're going to make it a chunk bigger. I think I want it to be bold. I think we'll go a little bit bigger still. There we go. Quite like that. Shrink that in a bit. Shrink that in a bit. Shrink that one in a bit. There we go. That looks nice. Now, another nice feature of Convertri is that when you've got something behind like this, you can move everything around together. So Convertri is smart enough to know that this image is inside this box and this text is inside this box, so that they'll all move together. There we go. Now let's get our form on there. So we're going to capture a first name. I'm going a little bit off script now. First name, email, and a submit button. Let's line those up a little bit better, appease my OCD. We could put more text in there, but again, we can hit publish, and that's now live. And again, you can see just how fast it loads. Now, since we've been talking a lot about video, I'm going to add a video player, but I won't worry about adding a video into it for now. I just want you to see how this looks. There we go, that's better. They weren't quite moving together before. That was frustrating me. So there we go. We've got panel on the right, video player on the left. But what's cool about Convertri is how you can swap stuff around on the page. So you see here how we've got video player on the left, panel on the right. If we want to go like this, that's how quick it is to move stuff around. And again, hit publish, and it's live and it loads fast. Now again, if you haven't, in case you weren't here before, I'm just going to share that link again. Please click on it so you can see this is a live demo. I'm building this right in front of you. All you got to do is hit publish. Cool. Again, I see a few questions coming up. We'll come back to them, I promise. I'm not ignoring you. Well, as I say, I am ignoring you guys to avoid frustrating other people. I will answer all the questions at the end. So this is a good opportunity to take a look at integrations, as this is whenever we put a form on a page, everyone always says, like, how do I integrate it with other stuff? And the answer is we have integrated everything, and we're adding new integrations all the time. So it's really easy to connect this stuff up, but we've got integrations with Facebook, Shopify, Usign, Google Analytics, Stripe, MailChimp, GetResponse, Aweber, ActiveCampaign, SendLane, Drip, ConvertKit, Market Hero, Infusionsoft, Platformly, Campaign Refinery, MailerLite, iContact, Sendio, SmartEngage, GoToWebinar, Webinar Geo, Demio, and Webinar Jam. So if you've got third-party software and you want to build a page in Convertri and you want to get the opt-in leads, the purchase data, anything like that into that third-party service, chances are we've got an integration for you to do it with. And if we don't have one yet, you can still integrate it because we've got our HTML forms integration, which just lets you copy and paste the form that your other service gives you into Convertri, and you can still work with it in our builder. So that's pretty cool. I hope you can see how quick this makes it, not just to build the page, but also to get to that it loads once you have built it. So again, I'm just going to prove this is live. That's the demo link. We'll chuck that in. We'll run it. It's a little bit boring, but you can see it goes away. It analyzes it, and you'll see these page speed scores come up live in front of you. Feel free to run it yourself. Now I want to show you some cool video features. So we got stuck into the video player. We wanted to learn, like, what is it that makes video players slow and how can we make them better? And for those of you that weren't here at the start when I turned on my webcam to say hi, yes, that is me on the screen there, wearing a slightly smarter shirt than today. And I've deliberately paused it on a slightly gurney photo because it's funny to me. I seem to manage to always do that when I'm on camera. But hey, it's cool. So we set out to find out, like, what are the key marketing features that video players need and how can we improve on them? So it's not just going to load fast, but it's going to do cooler stuff. So I'm going to refresh this page, and the first thing you're going to see is our cool autoplay. So you can see it starts autoplaying, but the Convertri video player is smart enough to try and autoplay with sound, and if it can't, it'll try and autoplay muted. This became important about a year ago because most of the major browsers, particularly Chrome, which is used by nearly everyone, banned autoplaying with sound because people were finding it annoying. But what you can do is try and autoplay it with sound. If it doesn't work, you autoplay it muted, and then you can add this prompt which says click for sound here. And because there's that prompt, because there's moving pictures on the screen, that gets almost the same level of engagement as if you'd autoplayed it with sound in the first place. That's a really powerful effect. Now, the next thing we can do is while it's playing, we can have the page affect the video, and we can have the video affect the page. So I'm going to hit play. I'm Andy Fletcher. Oh, and that's also made it unmute, so I'll just mute myself because I'm quite annoying. But if I mouse over this dot, again, you wouldn't have a red dot on your page that pauses the video. Maybe you might. But the point is to show that we can have stuff on the page affect the video. So I can mouse over the red dot to pause it. I can move it out, and it starts playing again. Then what we're going to do is we're going to have the video affect the page. So at about the 15-second mark, we see a background fades in. And then I'm going to scrub through to just before the 2-minute mark because we've set up a buy button to appear. So imagine this is your video sales letter, and the buy button appears exactly as you start your pitch, and it's linked up with the video. That's the key part. So with a lot of software, all you can do is say 2 minutes after they visit the page, show the buy now button. With Convertri, you can say when they're at 2 minutes into the video, show the buy now button, which means your buy now button can show the exact moment you want the pitch to start. Then finally, we're going to go up to nearly the 3-minute mark. And what's going to happen is you're going to see our new video lead gate technology. So what we've done here is the video hits a certain point. Now, this is a great way to generate leads with just a single page. So we have a video that somebody wants to watch. We let them watch the first half of it. But then in order to watch the second half of it, we require them to opt in. So it hits the exact point of the video you want, the lead gate comes up, and then they opt in and they can watch the second half of the video. Super powerful way to generate leads with this stuff. So you can see that this is the power of the Convertri video player. It's not just a video player with a page builder. They're integrated together. And it means that stuff in the video can affect the page, stuff on the page can affect the video, and you can have it be so much more interactive, create so much better effects, which is just so much better for engagement and thus conversion. Right, let's have a look at the rest of the app. So I've already mentioned the number of integrations we've got, but I think it's important to note that Convertri it's not just a page builder, it's not just a video player. We are a full-featured funnel builder, which means we also support a full cart experience as well. So you can create products to sell, list your products, you can set the prices, you can make them recurring, you can offer trials, you can make a payment plan by setting the number of cycles on it. So you could say like bill $50 a month for 3 months, but I want to offer a trial first. So I want to offer them seven days for $1. And then I want to bill them $50 a month for 3 months. It's incredibly flexible. You can charge in exactly the same way you want. And then with the products, you can also take advantage of all those great integrations I talked about. So it integrates with the autoresponders, it integrates with webinars, and you can do multiple ones of those as well. So you can send it to multiple autoresponders if you want. You can send the data. One of those popular things to do is send, say you use MailChimp and GoToWebinar, you can have the data go to both of those at the same time. So you could sell access to a webinar and put the lead data onto both at the same time with no extra manual work. It's a really powerful thing to have. And again, integrated with all of these services you see here with a native API integration ready to go, so you can get your data out of Convertri, out of the pages you build, into those other apps super easily. So I did promise you that we'd be doing an offer for you today. So let's talk about what we're doing. The full price of Convertri, so the standard plan on our website is over $600, $636 for 12 months of access, but we're offering you it for better than half price. So you're going to get everything that you've seen on this demo today. So that's the funnel planner. We've got the most advanced video page builder, as you've seen, all of those features we've seen. The accelerated pages that sit on our lightning fast CDN, so they'll just load super quick without you having to do any of the work. We've also got our mobile page creator. This is fantastic. Let's go back into that campaign so I can show you how this works. So this is the page I was building. You can see here, when I go into mobile mode, it's already figured out how the mobile mode should look. And if I swap this around, it'll remobilize it for you. It's got a good idea of how you want it to look, but if you want to do better, you can customize any part of this. This isn't just mobile responsive, this is mobile specific. So we can go from here. Let's say we think this text is too big. So we're going to drop this down to 110% of the size. So we can do that, and Convertri relays out the page for you. It's super powerful. Now, 5 years ago, it was enough to say, well, okay, I've got my desktop page and I need a version for mobile, but I don't really want to change it. I don't want to mess around with it. I certainly don't want to relay it out. In 2019, coming up on 2020, it's super important that you can customize that mobile experience for people. So in Convertri, you can move any part of it around you want. You can hide elements you don't want. Let's say we don't want the video player. We can just go, don't show on mobile, and it's still there on the desktop version, but the video isn't going to be there on the mobile version. So you can have this completely mobile specific experience. We've got the integrated shopping cart I talked about, the lightning fast CDN that makes it load really fast, all of the templates I showed you, and probably the coolest part is just how often we update it. Literally every Tuesday, even Christmas Day last year, we pushed updates to it. So new features, bug fixes, we've got a really dedicated team waiting to just updating it literally every Tuesday. And as an added bonus, and I've saved this demo for last because it's probably the coolest part of the app, is our page importer. Now, this is something that many other companies thought couldn't even be done, but it's just so incredibly cool. So normally we charge extra for the page importer, but we're including this today, and I'm going to show you what it does now and how, honestly, it's a business model you can start making money with straight away right now if you want to. Okay, so this is the Thrive Themes website. So if you want to go to thrivethemes.com and check them out, they're a really cool WordPress integrated builder. They've got some fantastic themes. They are pretty cool. I know the guys that run it. We really like them. I'm using this page to show that this isn't a cheat. This isn't us like building a page in Convertri and then importing a Convertri page. This is going to be me importing a page that I have absolutely no control over into Convertri and then editing it live in front of you. So we're going to click import page. Now, obviously, this is for bringing your pages or your clients' pages into the app. Please don't go away and violate a load of people's copyright. That's why we ask you to confirm that you do have permission to use it. Obviously, I'm going to delete the Thrive Themes page off my account as soon as we're done. This is page importer demo. And we're going to import. Now, what this does is it goes to the Thrive Themes page. It works out what it looks like. It works out all of the images. It works out all of the text. And it works out what it needs to do to bring this page into Convertri and optimize it. Now, you can literally do this as a business in itself. We've got several people in our Facebook group who do nothing else. Literally, all they do is they find some local business. There you go. You can see it optimizing all the images now. They find a local business with an old site, hasn't been updated in ages. It's probably on a really old, junky CMS. It's hard to work with. They find the homepage, they import it into Convertri, they tidy it up a bit. You'll see in a minute, it's not absolutely perfect. You do need to fix a few things up, but they bring it into Convertri and then they take it as a demo to show that business owner and they go, look how much faster the page loads and look how much easier it is to edit. Look how I can just click into this box and go, we are going to be a happiness focused WordPress themes and plugins. And I don't like this text. And actually we want this text over here and we want this image up here. And we want this button over here. So we're going to swap this around. And you can do this demo live in front of a business owner and people will pay for that. Now, so I'm just going to refresh here so you can see this is the page that we're trying to import. And this is what Convertri thought of it. Remember, I've changed around the header section. So you can see it got this testimonial section a bit wrong. Got some of the button text a bit wrong. But it's done a pretty good job of importing every part of this page. And again, the whole page is editable. I can click into these text boxes. I can move everything around. Everything on here is just editable. Now, obviously, I'm not editing the live version of Thrive Themes' site. We've not hacked into them or anything. I always get that question when I get to this point, so I'm going to clarify. But really, this is literally, you can go to a business owner. You can say, look how much easier it is to work with. Look how much faster it loads. And we've got plenty of people in our group. That's literally their entire business model. Now, normally, we charge extra for that. Normally, you need to be on our higher tier plans, or we charge an extra $200 a year for it. But if you buy on this deal, then we're going to throw that in as part of the front end price, which is just $297 for 12 months, which we think is pretty cool. And with that, you get 25,000 page impressions, 50 funnels, 5 amazingly fast pages, 10 custom domains, all of our accelerated video page technology, our advanced video retargeting, which in fact I didn't mention earlier. So as well as having things happen on the page at certain points in the video, you can drop pixels at certain points in the video. So you can build an ad audience for everyone that played the, or everyone that got to the page, everyone that played the video, everyone that got to 2 minutes into the video, the people that got to the pitch in the video, the people that finished the video. You can have these incredibly detailed retargeting audiences and hit them with exactly the ad you need to convert them. Got all the dynamic video behavior we've talked about. We've got 45 page templates just waiting for you. Some of them are full funnels, and all of our extra cool stuff like custom scripts and CSS. We'll give you free SSL for any domain you want to point at us, our A/B split testing, and our market leading support. It's a really cool offer. So just as we come up, I'm just going to recap that offer before we go on to the Q&A section. So normally it would cost you $636 a year to get access for this, but today you'll pay just $297. That's 12 months of access to it, 25,000 impressions, 500 pages, 50 funnels, 10 custom domains. We'll give you free SSL for all of those custom domains. We're going to include our page importer, which is normally $200 a year extra. And if you buy on this webinar, if you buy today before the question and answers is finished, then we're going to give you the second upsell in this funnel completely free. So I'm going to repeat that. Do not buy the second upsell. I'll talk about the upsells in a minute, but do not buy that second one because in that funnel, there is for another $197 the option to triple your limits. So 75,000 page impressions rather than 25, 1,500 instead of 500, 150 instead of 50, and 30 instead of 10. Tripling all of those limits for $197, and that's just a one-time price. But don't buy it, don't pay that, don't buy it when you go through the funnel. We are going to give that to you for free if you buy while we're on this call together today. So let's take some questions. I did promise I would. We've got 30 minutes on the clock, so you've got 30 minutes. If you want to take advantage of that deal, I'm going to stick the checkout link into the box now. And I'll send it as a reply to one of these messages too. So please click on that, take advantage of that. If you take advantage of that while we're on the call today, we'll triple all of those limits. And you just need to send an email to support@convertri.com, let them know you're on this webinar, and we will give you that upsell for free. So let's take some questions. forgive me. So GoToWebinar's question and answer system is terrible. Scrolling through it is really hard. So forgive me if I go quiet while I try and read it. So yeah, let's talk about the image optimization. So we do the image optimization for you. There's nothing you need to know. If you decide you don't like how it looks, we do give you complete control over the quality settings and everything like that. But 98% of people just don't need to use it. You'll never need to use it. We'll do that optimization for you. There is going to be a replay, but if you leave now, then that extra deal I talked about, that will not be available to you. Cool, fantastic. I see lots of people commenting on the page speed while I was doing the demo. That's really cool. Thank you so much. Okay, let's talk about the URL bar. So several people noticed that it says Convertri in the URL. You don't have to have that there. All of our demos run on Convertri.com or a Convertri.com subdomain. In this case, the URL is launch2019.convertri.com. You can see that in the links I've sent you, or the demos I did were on andy.convertri.com. We give you Convertri subdomains. You can use them yourself. They're there to make it so if you're new or if you're just like trying stuff out, you don't need a domain for a project. You've got somewhere you can publish. But we support custom domains. You can add your custom domain to Convertri, and then no one will see that it's on Convertri there. And we also have a little powered by Convertri box, which you might have seen on some of these pages as I've gone along. You can also turn that off with one click of the mouse as well. So the final pages you build, there's no Convertri branding on them. If somebody does a view source, they will see the word Convertri, but it doesn't have to be in the URL bar. You don't have to have that powered by box. None of that has to be on. There's no way to tell just from looking at the page that it's on Convertri, except by how fast it loads. Hey, a couple of people have said, in fact, let's talk about, I mentioned that there were some upsells. I've naturally got some questions about that. Let's talk about what's in the funnel. So everything you've seen me demo today is in that front end package. There isn't going to be a shock. You're not suddenly going to get a message saying, ha, that's not really there. You're going to have to pay us a load more money. And the other modules that we've separated out, they're things that if we included them, we'd have to charge more on the front end. So we give people the choice of which parts they want. So upsell number 1 is early access to our auto webinar system. Upsell number 2 is the opportunity to triple your limits. And upsell number 3 is the pro plan. So you can add on auto webinars to your account if you want to. You can upgrade it to have higher limits if you want to. And if you get on the pro plan, then it comes with some really cool stuff. So it'll let you add team members. So you can include your team member, such as a designer or a virtual assistant, into your account, and multiple team members if you want. You get access to our dynamic text for paid search. So you can make a single page and then use the search terms that somebody used to find it directly on your page for paid advertising. That's super powerful. And you'll get access to over 250 additional templates. Plus, and this is probably the coolest part, you get access to our new lightning fast video hosting, which is just super cool. So if you're using Vimeo or YouTube for your marketing videos, then not only can you use the video player that's included on the front end, the video hosting that's in the pro plan means you can ditch Vimeo, ditch Wistia, whatever, and just use ours all rolled into one. Oh yeah, great question. A few people asking about the price. So the 297 price is for 12 months. It won't recur automatically. If you buy it and you forget about it, you never use it, I think that's a shame. But in 12 months time, we're not going to automatically bill you. We're just not that kind of company. So there's no automatic charge. However, in 12 months time, we will get in touch and we will give you the opportunity to take up a recurring plan at that point to say, yes, I'm using Convertri. I love it. and you'll absolutely be grandfathered in at the same price. So we're not doing this so we can charge you a load more in 12 months' time. That's not what this game's about. And as an added bonus, so the Pro plan that I just talked about at $37 a month, if you take advantage of that upsell, you won't even have to worry about paying for the front end ever again. You will just get access to the front end, the Pro plan, the whole lot for $37 a month for the rest of, for as long as you want it. But if you don't take that up, that's fine. In 12 months' time, you can then get onto an annual subscription for $297. But if you forget about it, whatever, there'll be no additional charge, nothing you have to worry about. This isn't going to be that thing that appears on your credit card that you have to explain to someone in 12 months' time. That's not what we're about. Cool. Sorry, I'm reading a few slightly longer questions. I haven't disappeared, guys. So yes, if you use the page importer, then everything is hosted by us. So the pages you build in the first place, pages you build from templates, pages that you build because they come from the importer, all of that is hosted by us on our lightning fast CDN. So you don't need separate hosting, you don't need extra stuff. We take care of everything for you. Oh, yes, there is absolutely a guarantee. Sorry, I should have mentioned that before. Yep, so there's a 30-day guarantee. If you're not happy with any part of it, send an email to support@convertri.com and we'll give you your money back. It'll be that simple. We will ask you, like, why do you want to cancel? Because we'd quite like to know, maybe we can fix something for the next guy. But there won't be any jumping through hoops. Send us an email, and within a few days, you'll have your money back on the credit card, into the PayPal account, however you paid, no hoops to jump through. So yeah, and again, we're not sticklers on this. If you happen to email in on it's like 6 hours past 30 days, we don't get funny about it. If you're not happy, you can just have your money back. No problem at all. Few people saying they've had trouble getting the upsells when they were already Convertri users. If you have any trouble like that, can you send an email to support@convertri.com, please? And they'll take care of you. I can't, it's quite hard to fix. I've got 100 people on a call. I can't sort out individual upgrades there, sorry. But if you email support@convertri.com, they'll walk you through it as needed and get you sorted out. There's probably a good time to talk about our support. So we offer a number of different things. First of all, there's help.convertri.com, which is our knowledge base. There's over 100 articles and videos on there and over 10 hours of question and answer webinar recordings. So you can find just about anything you want already on there. But we go further than that. We've got this super active Facebook group you can jump on into. And we've got tons of people in there. In the early days, there was, it was a few hundred people and Neil and myself. Neil's my business partner. And we spent a ton of time in that group helping everyone out. Like, we were glad to do it. We love our customers, but it could be a bit of a grind. Now it's just the most amazing community. And honestly, often Neil and I don't even get to questions before somebody else in the group has answered them. And I don't mean someone from my support team that I pay to answer. I mean just people who love the tool and are like, hey, I love this. I want to help out. I'm going to jump in. I'm going to answer questions. So there's someone online almost all the time to tell you how to do something you want to with Convertri. And if the knowledge base didn't help you, if the group didn't help you, we've also got support@convertri.com, where we've got an awesome support team. They have direct access to the development team. So if a bug happens, and it will at some point, like, we're a software company, we don't claim to be completely perfect. You can get in touch with them and you can talk to someone, you can get it resolved. So that's help.convertri.com for the knowledge base, then a Facebook group, which you'll get access to as soon as you buy, and then support@convertri.com. And again, if I miss something on this webinar today, please forgive me. The GoToWebinar question and answer section is awful. So if I do miss something, if you need If you need help with any of the upgrades, please drop an email to support@convertri.com. We'll get you sorted out. It's that easy. So, I see a few questions about video hosting. So if you buy the front end package, which is $297 today, and you can click on that checkout link I've given you to check out this deal. So for $297, that includes the whole Convertri package, everything I've shown you, and our fast loading video player. But you will need to put your video somewhere. So we've got a guide on how to put it on S3. There's a ton of different places you can put it, but you would need to host your video somewhere else. If you also take the Pro plan, which is $37 a month, then we'll also host your videos for you as well. So yeah, just to repeat that, if you jump on the Pro plan for $37 a month, then it'll just be $37 a month for as long as you want to stay with us, and you won't need to pay that $297 again in 12 months. If, however, you don't take the Pro plan, you just want that front end package, that's fine. Then you'll be grandfathered in at that price going forward, and you keep access to everything you've already got for the same price. So also some questions about websites. So you can absolutely build websites in Convertri. Like small sites up to 10 to 20 pages, super easy to build in Convertri. You can take full advantage of the software. You can go bigger than that if you want. We've had one guy in our Facebook group built a site that was 270 pages. It was enormous. It was a thing of beauty. I have to say I wouldn't necessarily recommend building a website that big in Convertri. Maintenance gets quite hard at that point. But certainly, like landing pages, funnels, smaller sites, or like sites like that will work brilliantly for. Oh yeah, great question. Thank you. So Ed says, for a new person, how best to learn this and come up to speed? So I've already mentioned the knowledge base, obviously, but one of the other things we're going to do for you is we have this great onboarding sequence that's going to take you through step by step how to set up the first bits. And basically then you've got a choice of two options. One is to kind of build your own thing, obviously. The other is if you're kind of new to funnels and you're not even sure what to build, we've got a funnel completely ready for you to build. You'll get emails about it. There's tips in the editor. And like we give you a squeeze page to build, a small sales page. We give you the lead magnet to use as well. So every part of that initial setup and integration will walk you through so you can get a full feel for the app. So everything is hosted by Convertri. There isn't. You can export a page to put on a separate server, but it is just an iframe around the page on Convertri. The only way we're able to offer the page load speeds that you're seeing here is by having it all hosted by us. You can't. There's not like a can I host this on my like cPanel server? That's not something we support. So let me just share that checkout link again. So hop on over to the checkout, take advantage of it. It's $297 for a whole year of everything you've seen in super good value, and you get access to the Facebook group, the knowledge base, all of the templates I've talked about. Hey, Tom saying, is mobile page load quicker with uploaded video or a link to YouTube? So if you just had like a link to the YouTube video, so they went to watch the video on YouTube, it would be faster to have that because there wouldn't be a video at all. But if you Certainly, if you're talking about having an embedded video from YouTube on the page versus our video hosting is so much quicker. Just the player, even before we talk about loading the video faster, just the YouTube video player adds about 1.5 seconds to the page load speed. And remember, at 3 seconds, you've lost half your traffic. So 1.5 seconds is quite a long time. The Convertri video player adds just 200 milliseconds. That's longer than it takes to click your mouse. Just to repeat that, so that's support. Oh, in fact, let me put it in the chat box. So support@convertri.com. So please, if I miss your question on this, if you've got anything you need to talk to us about, if you're having trouble getting any of the upgrades, please drop an email there and we can sort you out. Yep, that's right, Charles. So if you upgrade to Pro for $37 a month, then there isn't any extra fee to pay on the front end after that. So it's $297 to get access to the front end. You upgrade to Pro for $37 a month, and then you're just paying $37 a month for as long as you keep it. No other fees. Also, just so you know, guys, I am taking questions, but the questions I'm answering were asked like about 10 minutes ago at this point. So please don't think I'm ignoring you. I've just got a long list of things to read through. So the page importer is located. Hey, Michelle. The page importer is located. So when you create a new funnel, and then within that there's a button that says import page, and that will let you import something, either a Convertri share code for a page somebody else has made, or you can use the page importer there. Hey, Frederick. Yeah, so Frederick's saying he's a fan of WordPress for his blog, and then wants to use Convertri for landing pages and funnels. Yes, that's absolutely right. So what a lot of people do, in fact, what we ourselves do as a company, is we have a blog on a separate app. Is it just me, or has that countdown timer stopped? I shall have to shout at my designer. Okay, fine. I don't know when the 30 minutes was up, but I will keep going until we get to the end of the questions. So just going to share a few cool testimonials. I'll come back to the questions in a sec. This is just some cool people talking about how great Convertri is. And these were completely unprompted, people that just came into the Facebook group and wanted to say, hey, you guys are cool, you've built great software. And I thought I'd share a few of them there with you. But what we're going to do now, since that countdown timer went wrong, is we're going to pop back over so you can see the deal on the screen. So this is everything you're getting for $297 for 12 months. So you can see the whole deal laid out in front of you. I hope you join us. I hope to see you in the Facebook group. Please pop on over. And now I'm going to get back to those questions. So yeah, sorry, I was talking about blogs, wasn't I? So what we do, what a lot of people do, is we run our blog on blog.convertri.com, and then our site on convertri.com. Or you can swap it and do it the other way around, works just as easily. Some people shove their blog on, say, it would be convertri.com in this case. Then they have their landing pages on something like offers.convertri.com. Super easy to set up, and we've got a PDF guide all about how to do it. Oh, thanks, Violet. That's amazing. Violet says, "Where have you been all my life? Loving your tools, your approach, and your transparency." That's lovely. Thank you so much. I love the kind words. Oh wow. Okay, I obviously said something nice at this point in the things. There's lots of people. Thanks, Patrick. Patrick says, "You guys seem sincere. Thank you. That's refreshing in a huge field of online marketing scam artists." Thank you, Patrick. I really appreciate that. Yep, so a few questions about payment processors. So we're already integrated with Stripe. We've got an integration with PayPal coming up. But if you want to use PayPal already, we do this ourselves. It's really easy. PayPal even give you buy button codes you can just copy and paste and put into your Convertri pages. We support, in fact, there's a good chance to talk about it. We support full custom elements, custom scripts, custom styles. It's super easy. If you've got a third-party like app widget thing that you want to use, super easy to bring that into Convertri. So if you've got a PayPal buy now button you want in your app on your page, really easy to set that up. Again, if you've already bought the front end previously, or perhaps you're already a Convertri customer and you just want one of the upgrades, I don't have the direct links for buying them here. Please pop an email to support@convertri.com, and they'll get you the links to get that added to your account. Hey, Patrick. So all of the hosting of the pages is available for this front end price. It's only the video hosting that's in the $37 a month price, because video hosting costs an absolute fortune to run. So we can't package that into the front end together. Hey, Ben, there's no FTP access to Convertri's platform. It's all about our page builder and the pages you build with that. It's not a regular hosting plan as well. Hey, Frederick. So 297 for the front end and 37, not 39 for the pro plan. That's 37 a month. That's correct. Hey, Robert. Yeah. So all of the functionality that we've added. So like the big things are the new video player being integrated with Action Event. That's been added to absolutely every account that was already on Convertri. People who bought it 2 months ago, people who bought it 3 years ago, every single person on the platform got access to the fast loading video player and the integration that we've done with the Actions and Event system to do those fancy things where you make your buy buttons pop up at the right time. So that was added to all of the accounts, and most of the stuff we update on a Tuesday. This isn't like when I say we add features every Tuesday, I don't mean that we find a reason to charge you every Tuesday. Most of that stuff that we add just gets added to every single account. Some stuff that costs us either more to develop or more to maintain and run, we add to higher tier plans. So a good example is video hosting. Not everyone needs that, so we don't charge extra for this front end package. We put that in the separate pro package, so we don't have to charge more on the front end. Yep, that's correct, Jim. So if you jump on this deal, then it's $297 per year, and it won't even automatically rebill in a year. So if it turns out you use it for a couple of months and then forget about it, don't have to worry about us appearing on your credit card. Won't have to reach out. Then in a year's time, we'll get in touch and be grandfathered in at the $297 price. Oh yeah, that's a great question. So when you're importing a funnel or a site, using the page importer. I should stress it is a page importer, so you will need to do each page one at a time. You can't like single click import a 7-page funnel. You will need to do each one separately. Hey Ed, Ed asks, is there a template for a membership site to sell a course? I can't remember if we, so we definitely developed one. I can't remember if we included it as a bonus with something else that we were promoting or in the main app. If it's not in the main app, mention that I said this on the webinar, drop an email to support@convertri.com and we'll give you that membership funnel at no extra charge, even if it's not in the app already. So yeah, you can absolutely run a WordPress blog and keep Convertri, and we've got a full guide written out on how to do that inside our knowledge base. Yeah, great question, Adrian. So Adrian asked, with the iframe export, does Google rank those? No. So you if you want your pages to rank, you want your pages on, you definitely want to put your pages on a subdomain rather than using the iframe option I talked about. So either set up something like offers.yourdomain.com, landing.yourpage.com, or just something simple like go.yourdomain.com, and then put your landing pages on there. Convertri pages rank great. Google loves, like, we give you all the standard on-page features, but Google loves 3 things. It likes fast loading pages, which I hope you'll all agree at this point, Convertri pages load super fast. It likes secure pages, and we give you free SSL certificates for any domain you point at us. And it likes mobile optimized pages. And you've already seen on this demo how we have absolutely great mobile optimization. So we do those 3 things completely out of the box for you. And because of that, your pages will rank great. And you can do all the regular SEO stuff, but if you do, don't use that iframe export option. It won't work well for you. Oh, that's absolutely fantastic, Milo. Thank you. Milo says, I bought Convertri 2 years ago, but refunded because I was new to online marketing and I wasn't ready. I'm now more experienced and so excited to get started. Thank you for your support and understanding. Well, it's absolutely fantastic to have you back, Milo. And hopefully that's testament for anyone else here that we really do honor that refund guarantee. Like, if you're not happy within those first 30 days, drop us an email. You can have your money back. So if you do the WordPress or HTML export, then most of the page will work fine, like fonts, images, everything you've seen. However, some of the more advanced functionality we offer really won't work quite as well. So if you possibly can, please use a subdomain, not that WordPress plugin. So the Facebook group is it's called the Convertri Clubhouse. So you can just do a search on Facebook and you'll find it. So a few questions about the Pro package. So let's go over that again. That gives you team members, so you can add other people on your team to it, such as designers and VAs. It gives you access to another 250 templates you can use, more than that, and we add more every week. It gives you access to our collections, which are sections of the page, which are much like the sort of like sections of a page templates. They're in the Pro package. And you also get access to our video hosting. So all of that for a measly $37 a month extra. We think that's pretty cool. Yep, Matthew, absolutely. So you can, unless you're building like a really big blog, then you can absolutely replace WordPress with Convertri. If your goal is to build like a couple of 100-page blog, I would stick with WordPress. If you just want the Pro plan, you can say no to the 2 upsells. So you'll be offered a discount on the early access version to our auto webinar module. You obviously take it if you want, say no. Then there's the option to triple your limits. And then the Pro plan is the 3rd upsell. So if you just want the Pro, you can say no to those first 2 things. Yep, tons of training videos. We've got a great onboarding sequence, and then the knowledge base at help.convertri.com. So just remember, guys, we're coming to the end of the webinar. We're going to close out soon. And so hop on board, 12 months of access, which is $297, and you get access to everything we've talked about today. It's a super good deal, and I hope to see you in the Facebook group. Yep, that's correct, Christopher. So if you buy the entire funnel, then you'll have an absolutely amazing software suite, but nothing recurs other than that $37 a month. So you'll keep everything you've bought for $37 a month after that. And if you need access to those things, just drop an email to support@convertri.com and we'll be happy to sort you out. So if you've already bought the front end on another day, or like you're already a Convertri customer and you want to add them, then I don't have the links here. Please drop an email to support@convertri.com and they'll sort you out. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming out. We've got to the end of the questions here. If I've missed your questions, I'm sorry. I'm not dodging it deliberately. Please drop an email to support@convertri.com. We're happy to help you, and I really hope to see you inside. Oh, just see. Oh, thank you, Ben. Sorry, I saw one more thing pop up in. Thank you, Ben. It's great to have you here. Yeah, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the Facebook group, and anything you need, support@convertri.com. Whether I missed something on this webinar, like it's really easy to do in the GoToWebinar chat box. Drop an email to support, and I hope to see you in the Facebook group. Thanks so much for coming today, guys. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you, John. Thank you, Chandra. Thank you, Frederick. Thank you. It's absolutely great to have you here today. Thank you.